Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome along to my front yard at the moment. I'm doing a quick garden update today just to keep you updated on where I am with all this. So I will switch the camera around. So I built these little beds out of some pallets that I got for free from work. I filled it with the soil I bought. You saw the 4 ton of soil that I shipped into my garden. I just made these little beds out of pallets. Got some tomatoes here. Those 2 are tomatoes. That's 3 tomatoes. This one here is a pepper plant, red peppers. And same with this one, grafted red pepper. We've got 5 more tomato plants in here. Some are miniatures, some are cherry tomatoes. So that's the front garden. I've just got those out here. I've put a tank in the front here as well, the water tank to catch the water. Now I'll take you into the backyard to show you what we've been doing and what we've got so far. We've actually harvested our first courgette today, or zucchini, wherever you're from in the world, however you pronounce that. I've got, sorry, just the gate up here. 2 gates. Not messing around here. 2 gates to protect everything. We'll bring you down here. So I've got another tank just here that's hooked up to the rainwater coming down from the roof. So we're catching the rainwater. We've got magnets in the water as well. Massive rosemary bush here. So we always got some rosemary. We've got a sage plant here that's flowering at the moment. So we've got some fresh sage. Now, down here, I will turn the camera on. So, in these bags here, we're growing potatoes. So, you bury the potatoes in the bag, and then the potato plants come up. You can see some there. Potato plants come up, then you fill the rest of the bag up like we have here, and then they fight their way to the top, because as the potatoes grow, you'll see on the stems there, there's some little hairs. So every one of the tiny little hairs that grow on the potato stem becomes more roots, and you want more roots in your potatoes. So we have, in here we have thyme there in the corner. These 2 plants, 1 and 2, that's Brussels sprouts. We won't have those until the end of the year. And the rest, we've got carrots here. You can see the rows of carrots. And then down this end, we've got leeks. Lots of leeks growing there. This is our courgette plant here. As you can see, we've got another courgettes growing under there. The flowers coming out. So lots of courgettes there. We've got some tomato plants here that got eaten by my pet rabbits, which we're not very happy about. And then as we come over, we've got all this netted up as well, so that it just stops any pests and insects getting in there. We don't have the moths going in and laying their eggs on the broccoli. So that's all broccoli there along that whole side there. Down here we've got parsnips. All these ones that you can see here are parsnips. I hope you can see through the net properly. Down this end here we have swede. All this area is swede. Broccoli is all along that side there, if you can see through that net okay. Over here, all the potato bags. So we've got 10 potato bags in total, all potatoes growing. This bed here is all onions. You can see the onions are really, really good. They're growing really well. Another bed I made out of some pallets, some old pallets. This is called a spinach. This is a harp spinach. So we take the bigger leaves from the bottom here, take those off, and straight down the gullet, right from the garden. More tomato plants here. These are miniatures, they don't get very big, but they produce decent sized tomatoes. We'll go back around here. We've got under here, these are onions here, some more onions. Down here we've got more carrots. So we've tried to grow the things that we're going to eat the most of. This over here, under this tunnel here, is cauliflower. And we've got all these under nets because there's a white moth that comes along and lays the eggs on the leaves, and then they eat the entire plant before you can get any vegetable off it. So there's onion, carrots and cauliflower in that bed. Yep. All these beds are made out of old pallets, every single one of them. So very, very cheap to make. My wife is in the process of making these structures out of bamboo and putting the net over the top. So my wife's done most of the work out here. We built the beds, but so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 butternut squash. We can make that out there. Butternut squash is a type of pumpkin, so the sort of bell looking one for wherever you are in the world. At the back here, you'll see through here, we have lots and lots and lots of peas growing. We have our first pea flower at the back there. It's going to turn into a pea pod. Now this here, if I pull back a little bit, this is all wild blackberry. So I cut this all back almost to nothing, and now look at the flowers. We're going to have a lot of blackberries this year. another offshoot of the blackberries here. That will turn into more blackberry plants as well. More potatoes growing down here, just in black bags, these ones, just so we tried that out as a different method. Lots of potatoes there. More carrots. This whole bed here is carrots. Obviously we're growing more of the things that we're going to eat lots of, so lots of carrots there. These two beds here are garlic. Really slow growing. Haven't got the knack of that one yet. The tomatoes along the back there. This is all lettuce, as we have to go through this every night to pull any slugs and snails off it, but that's straight out of the garden. We wash it, make sure there's no pests on it, and then we eat it. And then our pride and joy, if you can see through the net there, this is our raspberries. Now, a lot of fruit on the raspberries. The insects can get in and out, the bees can go in there, but the birds can't. So we got 5 raspberry plants there. This one in the corner here is a plum tree. Whether we're going to get plums off it this year, I'm not sure, but lots of raspberries, a lot of fruit in here. If you can see through there, you see there's a lot. We'll be gorging ourselves with raspberries and blackberries this year, I think. And this garden here, this entire bed, that also made out of pallets, is beetroot. Lots of beetroot in there. We've got some beetroot plants, and we've got some actual beetroot coming through. We should have those in the next sort of month or so. But you can see from a very small space, it's about a third of our backyard. We've made quite a lot and quite a variety of vegetables and fruits in a small space of that space, and in a short space of time, with very little money that we've put into it. Just our time and our energy and some thought behind it. A little pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. And we've done that just over the course of a month. I only have 1 day off a week. My wife works 6 days as well, so we've done this in our time. And I just want to give you a quick update on that to show you what you can produce in a small space from very little money. And if we can produce that, that's what we're not spending on food from a shop. So there we are. Just wanted to give you that, and I'll give you another update on where we are. So I'll keep on giving you regular updates as the garden moves along and progresses, just to show you what we're doing, and how these are different ways of doing things. And I hope that you appreciate it. I hope you're doing something for yourself. But all that said, I'm going to go and record another video now. That's actually going to go out. This is just a garden update. I've got another video being recorded. I'll probably post during the week. But there, quick garden update. So I hope you like it. All right, I'll look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care of yourself. Ciao for now.